I remember the moment really vividly in my mind. I was, I think, 12 years old when I made the decision that I wanted to be a professional soccer player. And that was it for me. When I decided that that's what I wanted to do with my life, it just became an obsession. I wasn't interested in anything else. I never played any other sports. I hardly had any other hobbies. I just played soccer all day, every day, because I wanted to achieve that dream of being a professional. There were so many guys I looked up to as a kid. Peter Schmeichel was my ultimate hero as a goalkeeper. Guys like Ronaldinho, Kaka, David Beckham, these guys were legends. And every little kid wanted to be like them on the soccer field. I wanted to be like these guys, and that really drove me. I felt like if I could accomplish that in my life, that would be what I wanted to do to succeed. And I didn't want to stop until I was there. Today's a special day because I'll be playing with a couple legends, Ronaldinho and Kaka. Kaka specifically did a lot for me as a kid. There's a song by Metric, and the lyrics say, "They were right when they said we should never meet our heroes." Because it's true, the closer you get to your heroes in this life, you realize how broken they are, and you'll be disappointed. But Kaka is one of those heroes that the closer you get to him, the more you realize just how true he is to his testimony that was so public. And that's really what it was for me. He had such a public testimony of loving Jesus Christ and being unashamed about following Jesus. And as a young kid who was a Christian, I often felt embarrassed. I didn't want people to know I was a Christian, or I'd be nervous if they found out they might treat me different. And so seeing Kaka being so bold with his faith and standing out publicly and saying, "I belong to Jesus," that did a lot to embolden me. And that makes such a difference for young kids who are out there, because they look up to these guys and they idolize these guys and they want to be just like them. But to see someone who's standing strong for their faith and unashamed of Jesus, it made a big impact on me. So today's a special day to play with Kaka, play against Kaka. Hopefully he doesn't score on me, but we'll see what happens. And so, yeah, the Game of Legends, it's a lot of fun. It's an honor to be out here, and I think it'll be a fun day. So I eventually fulfilled that dream. I left college and became a pro, but it was a lot of years of hard work. It was interesting. I was always told that I would never make it. I feel like everyone who fulfills a dream has some sort of story like that. But for me as a Christian, it was my parents' conviction that we wouldn't play on Sundays. because we wanted to honor God's day and be at church. And so, yeah, I went through my youth years. I went to a small school, but I went to a school that was the top program I could find with the best coach in the country, Ian McIntyre. And he's now transformed Syracuse University into one of the powerhouses in the country. And I knew that he would help me get to where I needed to be. I only played 4 years professionally. It was interesting. The year I signed professionally, I felt this other passion entering my heart, and that was to preach the gospel, to be a minister. And it was interesting because for a few years, I really wrestled with that. I was at the precipice of my dream to play professionally, and I wanted to play till I was 40 years old. And then all of a sudden, I had this competing desire to preach the gospel and give my life to that. And I really wrestled. I would tell myself, you can't focus, Jeremy, on ministry. You've got to focus on the field. But there were times where I couldn't wait to leave training, get into the Word, go to a Bible study, share the gospel with people. I remember walking around the field in San Antonio right before the game, more excited about the opportunity I had to preach the gospel to the students in the student section after the game than I was for the game itself. And I just started to realize there's another calling on my life. And I never regretted that. The Lord just shifted my passion. And my one buddy, Tomer Chensinski, who I played with, told me, and it helped me. He said, Jeremy, that's okay, dreams change. I ended up leaving professional soccer in 2014, and soon after took a church in Texas, and the rest is history. Met my wife, Ginger, a couple years after that, and now out here in California ministering. And so I love the direction my life took, but soccer played an incredible role in getting me there. In fact, the scriptures talk a lot about comparing the Christian life to the athletic field, to the athletic arena. I do not box like a man beating the air, Paul says. I do not run like a man running aimlessly. I've got a goal and I'm going to achieve it. And the beautiful game taught me so much about discipline and achieving goals and doing anything it takes to accomplish your dreams. So it was an incredible experience playing.